enough seats in the whole country for us to take back the House. The 25th District, it's been historically Republican. That's always how it's been known. We have the largest number of law enforcement professionals living in our district, middle and working class families. I was thinking about all that and I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should.
Katie's a first-time candidate, and so it's tough to get endorsements like this. Brian's already had time to build relationships with delegates, and a lot of this is a relationship game.
Only real barometer that you have is who's raising the most money.
This is Katie Hill, the congressional candidate endorsed by Emily's List, running against Steve Knight. Hello?
We are going to clock in at $395,872.
I think probably how often I feel like an asshole is one of the biggest surprises to me.
You know, any one of these debates can get a lot of attention. I know that you went into the last one a little bit sick. So.
I don't know if I was sick, honestly.
That's what we were telling people.
Cool.
Thank you for coming out tonight. Hopefully we'll have some fun.
I love black pepper in my juice.
Graham, are you tough? Can you handle a wellness one?
I really have to.
Yes. What did you get? What's yours?
Charcoal detox shot,
What does
which
it
I
do?
also need. Detox, I don't know.
My blood pressure's probably high. Maybe I'll take a heartbeat one right now.
Great.
Okay, are we gonna do it now or later?
Yeah, let's do it now.
Now?
Let's start it off
Okay.
right. 2 weeks left, guys.
2 weeks left.
Wellness shots.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Go Tigers.
Woo!
The beat one's way easier than the wellness one, I gotta say.
That's gonna keep you regular, if you know what I mean.
I think it's really important to remember where this started. It was like this crazy long shot campaign that was, I don't think anyone expected to go anywhere, including my own mother. I think we're gonna win, but even if we don't, I feel good.
People have been coming up asking for you specifically. So
Really?
It's been really awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. They're like, it's Katie
recognizing your mailers.
Nice, that's funny. So if the race were held today, Brian Caforio and I are exactly tied at 17%. Jess Phoenix is pulling 4%. Steve Knight is getting 46%. And then other/undecided is 15%.
I know for a fact this campaign is hitting more doors than other campaigns in Southern California. I know for a fact that this is how we win an election. I know for a fact that field is the single most important thing that we've got going from now until Election Day.
Can we count on your support for Katie?
Yeah.
Woo!
We are in knock every door, squeeze every dollar out mode, talk to as many people as possible, left no stone unturned.
We just like to get you to sign up to volunteer either phone bank or Canvas.
A huge chunk of the money that we've raised this quarter is through events, and that's through the hosts that are saying they're basically vouching for me. That's an opportunity for their friends to meet me, to hopefully be impressed, and then go and tell their friends. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for being here.
You too.
It's kind of, in a way, a pyramid scheme, but for positive change.
It is crunch time. I think everyone is feeling that second wind, and we all got some extra energy because we can see the finish line, and we all want to wake up on June 6th and know that we did everything in our power to make sure that Katie won. Oh, shit. So that's our first negative mailer.
Sweet.
Oh my God.
What does it say? Can we read it?
It says, paid for by Brian Caforio for Congress. And it's got...
The first mailer was my face and Steve Knight's face saying Katie Hill equals Steve Knight. And then it was a list of positions on healthcare, guns, basically taking all kinds of quotes out of context and saying that I was on the same page as Steve Knight.
Didn't we sign some pledge,
Yes.
negative campaigning?
We did.
Absolutely did.
And are we now free to light his ass up?
I still think we don't.
I think the best way to light him up is to just call him a hypocrite over and over and over and over again.
Brian just dropped his first very negative mailer today.
There's Katie, an equal sign, and Steve Knight on it.
Oh yeah, it's full negative.
He's just showing yet again that he is willing to do anything to get congressmen on his business card.
I am a Republican. Sorry, Kelsey. Sorry. It was a secret.
If your next call were to somebody who might write about this, that would be fantastic. Wow. My phone is blowing up right now. Ryan Valencia, we need to add him to the website. He just says, I endorse Katie Hill for Congress in the 25th Congressional District. Simi Valley deserves better. Woo-hoo! I like that. We just got the endorsement of an incredibly well-respected community leader from Simi Valley. He was incredibly disappointed by Brian's actions in putting out this negative mail piece. So he is formally endorsed. We are adding that to the website now. Well, thank you for endorsing the campaign. We're awfully excited. Yeah, I think people are pretty not happy with Brian.
Last year, all the club leaders got together and we drafted a letter and we sent it to the candidates. If you want to talk about your opponents, it has to be truthful. We endorsed Brian in the January meeting, and over the last couple months, starting at convention, there's been 3 mailers, and I think there was one that went out today. I have one of the mailers from Brian Caforio that says, Katie Hill promoted Trump Care, saying it guarantees access, even though 25 million Americans would have lost their health care under Trump's plan. And to me, that's a shocking statement. And so I went and I looked at the Gazette, and it's so clear that that's not what she said. That's where I feel like I draw the line and where I'm hoping the club will draw the line. Yes.
If we're going to lay out rules and lay out standards and say this is what you need to do to qualify for our support and then not take action, we're going to continue to be treated the way we have been.
Do you want to blow shit up? Like, you could just throw all hands on deck and be like, we're making a press release to the statement, writing a letter to the editor as the SCVYD board, posting it on social media, posting it on Twitter, and like, you know, throw up the middle finger.
I'm going to introduce a motion right now for the board to draft a letter censuring Brian Caforio for his negative mailing tactics and communicate that to every congressional campaign in the district, as well as the Signal, KHTS, the Santa Clarita Gazette, and any other major media outlet in the district. Do I have a second?
Second.
If this goes public, then it gives more ammunition to people on the conservative side of the aisle to say the Democrats are eating themselves alive. Just wanted to say that.
The way this works, it's just a simple majority. Need 6 votes to pass. The ayes on this letter, if you could raise your cards. 6, 7. So we'll work on this letter, send it out tonight for the membership to review, and then send it tomorrow. Okay, so we're done.
I don't think Brian's necessarily a bad guy, but I do think that as he's gotten more scared throughout this campaign, he's been willing to do dirtier things because he wants to win.
Hey, Katie.
Yes, sir.
Christine Myduke from the LA Times wants to talk to you for 5 minutes.
Right now?
Anytime today, but I think right now. No time like the present, right?
Do we know what we're talking about?
Yes, she's talking about how difficult it is, like difficulties that women candidates in LA area are facing.
Hi, Christine. It's Katie Hill. Yes, I'm good. How about you? Our polling shows that with Democratic women, and this is particularly with Democratic women over the age of 40, 45, Brian in the initial vote was beating me by 20 points. The initial vote in the poll had me at 22% of female Democrats. My opponent, my male opponent, was at 43. 21% difference. It's huge. We as women say that we support other women, but when it comes down to it, what is making that dynamic different? Why aren't we actually supporting other women? And I think there might be something to the fact that, like, well, who's this 30-year-old? Why does she think she can do this? And I think the being young and, you know, photogenic and blonde, I think has a big part to do with it. I'm Katie Hill, and I approve this message.
Cut. Nice job.
You're good, really?
Yeah. No, those are really nice.
Okay.
Can I just see those last 2 takes? Yeah. A lot of people have written or have said that this year, for the first time ever, it's an advantage to being a woman candidate. And I think that is flat out wrong.
Remember nice and conversational, Katie? You ready?
Obviously, no group is monolithic, and to make gross generalizations, sometimes you can get it wrong, but as a political consultant, I work with a lot of women candidates. One of the things that I've seen on these races is that middle-aged women are often hardest on women. I was in one focus group where, after seeing the candidate on the screen, people didn't want to talk about her credentials anymore. They wanted to talk about her hair or what she was wearing and whether it was appropriate to be wearing jeans, or when she wears a suit, it looks like she's just trying too hard to look like a candidate. And one woman said, when she sits at the head of the table, it doesn't look right. And you hear something like that, you just want to curl up in a ball, but you see what the challenge is.
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. This is so important, and I was really excited to do this event because this is about empowering women. And I truly believe that women are leading the resistance right now. We are leading this, thank you. I really want to acknowledge Christy because I have seen just the courage, and I'm just going to say it, the balls that you've shown.
As a middle-aged woman who has been in this community doing this kind of work for a long time, to see somebody with that level of gusto say, oh no, I'm going straight for Congress, thanks. It's a lot to swallow. I just found her to be the kind of candidate that not only did I want to run with, but I wanted to govern with. Hi, I'm running to represent you at the state level in the state legislature, and my good friend Katie Hill is running to represent you in Congress. All right. And we would both really, really appreciate your vote. I'm sure I think what's expected is still be a lady, but fight like a man. So sit there prim and proper, with your legs crossed and with a pretty smile and with lipstick on, and listen while somebody calls you naive and not get out of control about it. It is a tremendous challenge. The older generation, first generation original feminists will tell you this: feminism, not unlike civil rights, is something that has to be relitigated with every generation. And I think I've seen a lot of people get back to work toward that goal, but we just need to constantly remind ourselves we have to do it again and again and again. All right, where to next?
Should we do this crib style? Welcome to the boiler room. This is where the magic happens. Just kidding.
So we are in an undisclosed location in the 25th district. This is right now just a regular hotel room, but it's going to turn into a boiler room by tomorrow morning.
Dude, this doesn't really open.
That's great.
All right.
You know we're going to have this closed the whole time, right?
Why?
It's supposed to be like dark and spooky. It's a boiler room. Most of the time things go relatively smoothly on election day, but if something goes off, not according to plan, or like let's say a precinct gets the wrong ballot, something like that, you cannot have any interruptions. And so that's why it's a small group that are in it, and it's why you do it in a place where no one's gonna just like bump into you.
Shoes and beer, perfect.
That's really all you need for a weekend, right?
We'll be tracking our social media, where our volunteers are, whether there are any issues at the polls, all from here. It's kind of the hub where everything is being monitored and making sure that everything's going smoothly and according to plan.
Today is the first day of our Get Out the Vote efforts. It is the final weekend of this election, and I want everybody to give themselves a round of applause.
GOTV, Getting Out the Vote, is the last 4 days of the election, so it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's the culmination of everything that we've done and getting everybody as involved as possible, getting out there and talking to as many of the voters that we have identified as supporters. It is no longer a marathon, it is now a sprint.
We're gonna start our trading now. So, look, the woman herself.
You guys ready to do this? Yeah. Okay. Are you excited? Yeah. For a while I was like, no matter what happens, we've done some incredible things. But I'm like, no, screw that. We're winning this freaking thing. Because
Hands up. Great. That's a lot of people.
Hi. Hi. Lynette. I'm Katie Hill. I'm running for Congress.
Oh, it's you.
Hi. Oh, yes. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Whoa.
Okay, so
You see this?
I did see it, but I'm.
But
when it's locked, I don't.
Yeah, don't mess with it.
Happy GOTV Day 2 to you. How's it going? Good. Just posted up in the boiler room.
Jill, she does all of our data. She makes sure that the numbers are coming in and look correct. And then we'll also have Cora, who is in charge of all of our social media for GOTV.
Do you know who you're planning to vote for?
What's that? Oh, okay. Thanks.
Good to know. Thank you.
Ground game is great. Field team is excellent. We hit 14,000 doors in the last week, 40,000 since May 1st.
Are there more volunteers coming today?
No, we're shutting it down.
Shutting down
the studio.
Hello, sir. I was just making sure you were on your way. Hi, I was just making sure that you were on your way. Hi, dear. Making sure that you guys were on your way up. Killer. I'll see you in a sec.
Cute.
These two women are both like 7 months pregnant, going out to knock on doors.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
We got Katie doing a canvas kickoff in Simi and then another in Santa Clarita, and then she's going to be canvassing all afternoon in the Antelope Valley.
Dude, I can't sit like this. I can't feel my leg.
Wow. Did I give you a hug yet? I don't remember.
Long and a hot day.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
It's been a full day. This afternoon, we found out that there was what at the time was a small fire near Katie's home. We thought we anticipated pretty much everything that could happen during GOTV, but certainly did not see that coming.
Hey.
Closer than we like.
Yeah. They said we all need to be evacuated here.
So grab your makeup and your clothes.
Makeup's in the car. Shoes are in the car.
We are hoping that she'll have everything handled and be able to be knocking again tomorrow. But with that being up in the air, it's kind of an unusual time.
Katie Hill is running. She is probably a little bit weary at this point because we're told that yesterday she had to evacuate because of a brush fire, but yet she's been out campaigning all day long.
We've got fire, and then we've got clouds. What does this mean for us? Oh, great. Now we're running out of gas. This is
Katie, can you please pay attention to the road?
too many things going on,
You
okay?
have 3 people in this car besides you.
I'm gonna kill you all.
Please pay attention to the road.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Are you excited to have voted for yourself?
Yeah. I mean, sort of. Feels weird, but yeah.
As voters head to the polls across 8 states, it's California's crowded primary that could be crucial for Democratic hopes of retaking the House of Representatives in November.
Tell people to stay out there.
Yeah, might be open later.
If they're still out there, because I don't know if
that
that's
might
it's probably
just be
not going
a
to
rumor,
happen,
but
there is a chance. So until
just
we
to
get
be
word
aware
there
of
for
that
sure,
before
shutting
it
down all the time, we
happens.
should keep knocking doors.
I tend to agree with that. $8:01.
Numbers in yet? Guys, we survived it.
Good job, huh?
Wow. All right, well, y'all can split. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. After the polls closed, it sort of hit me that it was done. And I feel like we did everything that we could do. I think we put Katie in a position to win. And, what happens now, we shall see.
How would you describe your heart rate right now?
Very calm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, how are you doing?
Elevated.
Yeah?
Burning calories right now. Not even moving.
Cool, baby. I feel like it's like Sunday night of fantasy baseball championships and you're just hitting refresh over and over again.
Let's keep hitting refresh. All right, you want to call an Uber? Should we take a pool?
No.
Right now, we saw that we're exactly tied. Hopefully, we'll start to see a lead emerge and then continue that throughout the night. I'm thrilled to be here with so many of my supporters and my family and friends and the people who have been here from the beginning.
Katie!
No matter what happens from here on out, we can be proud of what we built together.
Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello. How are you? How's it going? Where's Katie?
How's it going, man?
How are you holding up?
I'm
How
all
you
right.
feeling?
I'm all right.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers to a long campaign. Yeah, we gotta win this thing. I like how everyone's just staring at the screen. Not a lot's happening on it. I don't like to see that because I'd like to be ahead from the beginning and just stay ahead. But you can't always get what you want.
Is it refreshing right now?
How many people voted?
Based on the absentee, probably around like 75, 80. How are we doing?
Nothing's changed.
What else is new?
I just might have to like go disappear and scream. How am I gonna not freak the fuck out tonight?
Hello. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
We got friends everywhere.
Great.
So Katie wants to give a thank you speech to all the volunteers.
Good.
So she's inside. If you want to go, maybe grab her.
For who?
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
I peer with jackets. What'll be the hardest for me if I lose is the sense of duty to the people who have supported me. The sacrifice has been very real for a lot of people. Yeah, I think it would be pretty crushing for the team. Staff, can you come up here, please? My team. Morgan?
Everyone is just pouring everything they have into this election. And I think a loss would be, it'll be really hard.
And of course, Graham, the finance director.
My biggest concern is, how am I going to pay my rent if we lose? You can only be gainfully employed 8 months out of the year for so long. So, if we lose, I am going to have to, reevaluate my life. So we'll see what happens.
Of course, not least, Mr. Zachary.
This isn't just a job anymore. I'm invested in this, emotionally now.
Zach, who hates hugs, so I'll hug him this whole time.
I think that, she should win now. And I think if she doesn't win, I think I'm probably gonna change professions.
We would not do this at all without all of you guys. So thank you so much. Okay, now let's drink and be merry. Thank you.
I need a LaCroix. Let's get a LaCroix.
Cheers. Can we get some results, please?
I was really optimistic. I said 4.7. No. 4.57.
So you're 600 votes ahead now. So now the lead grows.
The lead grows.
The lead grows.
I'm trying to, I don't know.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're winning.
Cheers. 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 Cheers.
Congratulations. Great job.
You're awesome.
Obviously, this is just the beginning. Take a few days, take a few breaths, and then we're getting right back to work. So we'll see you in a few days. Thank you, guys.
In the primaries, women are doing awesome. What happens in the general election is another question. 2018 is going to be a testing ground of whether or not we can turn a corner.
Fucking did it. We called it a year ago. Yeah, we did.
The Republican machine has a lot riding on holding on to seats like Steve Knight's. And for all these BS mailers that Caforio's put out, that's nothing compared to what's coming in the general election.
Next member of Congress from Agua Dulce.
Wait, you can't say that yet.
Sure, I can.
When charters first came to the city, it was like, don't send your children to a filthy public school. Choice. It's a choice. This was my choice.
If parents weren't choosing charters, churches wouldn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
My hope is that they all do well.
I've talked to low-income parents. They feel like the influence that your family has caused their public schools to be shut down.
Okay,